So the news is out, and it's not great for fans. The Last of Us Season 3 is officially delayed. We're not seeing it until 2027.
Yeah, that's another 2-year gap, which is, I mean, it's agonizing.
It is. But for this deep dive, we found that it's not just about, rendering clickers or standard production delays. Our sources are pointing to 3 really specific strategic reasons behind this timeline.
Exactly. This isn't your typical slowdown. It's rooted in a major creative shift, a huge narrative gamble they have to take, and frankly, HBO's own business strategy.
Okay, so let's unpack that first one, the creative shift. This is a big one.
It is. So Neil Druckmann, the creator of the game, co-showrunner, he's reportedly stepped down from his full-time role on the show.
And the speculation is that he's back at Naughty Dog, laying the groundwork for, well, what everyone assumes is The Last of Us Part 3.
Right, and that fundamentally changes the show's dynamic. It leaves Craig Mazin as the sole showrunner.
Which is a huge weight to carry, especially with the source material.
It's massive. The story of Part 2 is... it's just notoriously complex. The emotional structure is so fragile. So losing Druckmann's day-to-day, intimate knowledge means Mazin has to be incredibly slow, incredibly meticulous with the writing.
So this is HBO basically saying quality over speed, no matter what.
100%. They're not going to rush this. But that brings us to the second point, right? The story itself. That's the real beast they have to tackle.
The narrative gamble. Season 2 is going to end on that huge cliffhanger, only adapting the first part of Ellie's revenge quest.
And then Season 3 has to do something, I mean, almost unheard of. It has to dedicate a massive chunk of its runtime to Abby's story.
The character who killed Joel, they're asking the audience to switch perspectives entirely.
Yeah.
To root for the villain.
To root against Bella Ramsey's Ellie, a character everyone adores. It's maybe the single hardest sell in modern television history. And that shift isn't just emotional, the whole scale of the production just explodes.
Right. I remember this from the game. It's not a cross-country road trip anymore. Suddenly you're in Seattle, and it's full-on faction warfare between the WLF, the Washington Liberation Front, and the Seraphites.
Exactly. And that's a huge production lift. We're talking large-scale sets, complex choreography, casting all these new key roles like Yara and Lev. It's why Mazin himself has said he's still not sure if it's 1 more long season or 2 more seasons.
That uncertainty alone pushes everything back. You can't schedule something that massive on a whim. It has to push into late 2027.
And that date, late 2027, just so happens to line up perfectly with reason number 3, HBO's scheduling strategy.
The flagship gap, as they call it.
Mm-hmm. They do this deliberately. They space out their biggest, most expensive shows, think House of the Dragon, to avoid splitting their audience. They want 1 mega hit a year to keep subscribers locked in.
It's smart business, but it's also a huge risk. Analysts are already talking about audience hemorrhaging. You can't just leave people on a cliffhanger for, almost 30 months and expect them all to come back?
Well, HBO is making a very clear bet.
What's the bet?
They're betting on your emotional investment. They believe the connection you have to Ellie and now Abby and the need to see how their stories resolve is powerful enough to overcome the weight. They think the anticipation will build, not collapse.
So at the end of the day, this 2027 delay really is the price of the show's own ambition. It's the personnel change, the insane narrative scale, and the sheer audacity of that perspective shift.
Which leaves us and you with one final thought to consider. HBO is betting that the story is so good, so emotional resonant, that it can survive a nearly 3-year gap. The question is, can it? Is the payoff of adapting this complicated, divisive story truly worth making an entire audience wait that long for a resolution?